Hi, you again. As always, I'm happy to be here for another episode of Marriage by Design with Adele. Today, let's talk about compatibility. What is compatibility? By now, you have probably gone past sharing your values, identifying your values and your deal breakers in your relationship. And now it's time to check how compatible you are. What is compatibility? Compatibility gauges your ability to dwell in harmony with your partner. How do you feel when you're together? Are you happy? Are you at ease? When you are compatible, there is little or no pressure to act out of character. You are able to be yourself, maintain your individuality and your unique perspective, while at the same time making some compromise to build a happy life together. Trust is at the core of compatibility because you are sure that you have each other's back. You support each other no matter what. Observation is a key element in relationship building. You need to check for compatibility by observing your partner without verbalizing your effort. More often than not, people rely on what is said over what they see, whereas the truth lies more in what you see. Because our actions are usually more truly aligned with our values. You will learn more about your partner by observing their behavior and how they interact with the world. For instance, if your partner says, family is one of my values, observe. How does he or she interact in their family? What do they say when issues of family are being discussed? Or what do they not say? Sometimes what they don't say will speak louder than what they say. Listen to them when discussions that do not pertain directly to both of you are being had and their contributions to those discussions. You see, you learn more through observation than discussions. Another way that you could check your compatibility is to set the boundaries for your relationship. Refer to those values that you both identified as your key success values and your deal breakers. Now, from your actions, from your partner's actions, do you see that you are both ready to respect these boundaries in your relationship? You see, setting your boundaries help to safeguard your happiness in the relationship. You need to check your personality attributes, whether they align or they complement. There is no perfect person. Everyone has flaws. And we do know that opposites tend to attract. There are some opposites that are good for a marriage relationship. There are also opposites that could frustrate in a marriage relationship. So you need to be careful in choosing your opposite. Consider your differences very carefully and determine if there are differences that you can adjust to in marriage that will be manageable in marriage. Do not let opposites attract land you in a marriage that you're totally unprepared for. Let's take a quick look at a few opposite personality types that usually attract and need adjustment to in marriage. The quiet, introverted person who is thinking of marrying the extroverted life wire of every gathering personality type. And you're thinking that in marriage, you're going to change that person's personality. It's not going to happen. Newsflash. You will need to adjust to that personality type and at best soften each other's edges to meet an agreeable point. the spendthrift and the saver. That's another combination that could either frustrate or could lend itself to adjustment. All you need to do will be, can we make that compromise for the good of our relationship? So the spendthrift becomes less of a spendthrift, and the saver loosens up a bit, so you both have a meeting point. Your love language. Are you the expressy type, and yet you're married to or thinking of marrying somebody who believes that love is deep, deep, deep in the mind? It should not be expressed, it should not be shown. You need to think about that. The organized and the disorganized. This is another opposing personality type that could adjust in marriage, so long as there are no extremes. An organized person who borders on obsessive compulsive will be very difficult to live with. So if you are the disorganized type, observe carefully that your partner's organization does not border on the excessive, the compulsive. Do you have shared interests with your partner? Above all, marriage is for companionship, and you must have shared interests. Like I said, you should be able to maintain your individuality and unique perspective, but at the same time, you must have shared interests with your partner for companionship's sake. I hope I have given you enough food for thought regarding compatibility for marriage with your partner. Please like this video, subscribe, and share it. I'll be here same time next week. Arrivederci.